My girlfriend claimed a solo spa day. I replied, relax and enjoy. Then the spa owner, my client, sent me a thank you photo of her and her secret date, her ex, in matching robes. I had her bags packed by the time her relaxing day was over. She was frantically trying to explain as I showed her the photo. Original post I, 32M, am still trying to process what happened yesterday. My girlfriend Vanessa, 29F, and I have been together for just over 2 years, living together in my apartment for 6 months. Yesterday morning, Vanessa mentioned needing some me time and said she'd booked a day at a spa for a full treatment package. Didn't specify which one, just said it was that new luxury place downtown. She'd been talking about stress from work for weeks, so I thought nothing of it. Told her, relax and enjoy, as she headed out. Here's where it gets interesting. I run a digital marketing agency, and one of my clients is Marina, who recently took over ownership of one of the luminous spa locations. We've worked together for about 6 months, primarily through email and video calls. Strictly professional relationship. Around 2 p.m. I get a text from Marina. Thanks for the referral. Always appreciate your support. Attached was a photo of Vanessa in a plush white robe, champagne glass in hand, looking absolutely delighted, with her arm around a guy. Not just any guy. Tyler, 30M. Her ex she swore was ancient history. My stomach dropped. There they were, matching spa robes, clearly on a couple's retreat package. Marina had no idea Vanessa was my girlfriend. We've never met in person, and Vanessa had never visited my office. Marina just thought I'd referred new customers who had booked under Tyler's name. The pieces started falling into place. Her sudden girls' nights that ran late, the times her phone would ding and she'd flip it over, the mysterious work calls on weekends. I stared at that photo for a good 5 minutes. Then I just acted, calmly, methodically. First, saved the photo and screenshot of Marina's message, evidence secured. Next, I packed every single one of Vanessa's things. Set everything neatly in the living room, not thrown, not damaged, just removed from our shared space. Changed the Netflix password, removed her from my phone plan. Called my landlord, asked about removing her from the apartment buzzin system. Also called a locksmith who came immediately. Paid the express fee, $250 for same-day service. When asked if I wanted new keys for anyone else, I said, no, just one set for me. By 7 p.m. I heard her key in the lock. The key turned, but the door didn't open. The new locks had done their job. Then came knocking. I opened it to see Vanessa, looking relaxed, hair still damp from what I assumed was her final soak in the hot tub, with him. Vanessa. Hey babe. Oh my god, that was amazing. Exactly what I needed. The massages were... She froze, noticing the suitcases and boxes. What is this? I silently held up my phone, showing the photo Marina had sent. Watched her face collapse. I can explain. It's not what it looks like. You weren't on a spa date with Tyler while telling me you needed me time? Vanessa, where did you get that? Marina is my client. Small world, huh? She thought you were a referral. The color drained from her face. She started rapid-fire excuses. It was just catching up. We ran into each other there. It's not romantic. I just shook my head. Your things are packed. You should go. That's when the tears started. The begging. The I made a mistake. And it meant nothing. And we can work through this. When that didn't work, came the anger. Vanessa, you're overreacting. Where am I supposed to go? Wherever you were planning to sleep the nights you told me you were working late, I guess. Or Tyler's place. You can't just throw me out. I live here. Your name's not on the lease. You're not being thrown out. Your things are packed neatly. Eventually, her friend Zoe came to pick her up. Zoe shot me a disgusted look, like I was the villain. They loaded most of Vanessa's things, and I told her she could arrange to pick up the rest later. As they were leaving, Vanessa turned back. You'll regret this. When you calm down, you'll see this was an overreaction. I just closed the door. Update 1. 1 week later. It's been a week since Spagate, and things have escalated. First, Vanessa texted asking to get her remaining things on Wednesday. I replied that I'd be home from 6 to 8 p.m. At 6:30 p.m., the doorbell rings. It's not just Vanessa, it's Vanessa, Zoe, and Tyler. The audacity was breathtaking. Why is he here? Vanessa, he has a truck, for my things. She wouldn't meet my eyes. Tyler had this smirk that made my blood boil, but I kept it together. Fine. The boxes are right inside. I noticed Vanessa trying to head toward the bedroom. Where are you going? I need to check if you packed everything. I did. Everything of yours is here. And that set her off. Your apartment? I've lived here for 6 months. I have rights. Me. Not according to the lease you never signed. Tyler stepped forward, chest puffed up. Don't talk to her like that, man. You have exactly 2 minutes to get these boxes and leave before I call the police for trespassing. You're being such an a-hole. She made one mistake. A mistake is forgetting to pick up milk. Booking a couple's spa day with your ex while lying to your boyfriend is a choice. As they were leaving, Vanessa turned back. Vanessa, what about the money I contributed to bills and the furniture we bought together? The furniture we bought together was a lamp and some throw pillows, which are in those boxes. You paid $350 a month for utilities and groceries while living rent-free in my two $100 a month apartment. Consider us even. After they left, I got texts from Vanessa's sister Mia, someone I'd always gotten along with. Mia, you didn't even give her a chance to explain. Tyler ran into her at the spa. You're ruining her life over nothing. I didn't bother explaining that couples packages at Luminous Spa need to be booked at least 3 days in advance. This wasn't a coincidence. Then came the social media assault. Vanessa posted a vague, tearful story about learning that people you trust can turn on you in an instant, and the pain of being discarded without a conversation. Mutual friends started reaching out, asking what I'd done to hurt her. Vanessa's mother called me. Cool. I raised my daughter to be forgiving and understanding. I thought you had those qualities too. Mrs. Henderson, with respect, Vanessa was on a romantic spa date with her ex-boyfriend while telling me she needed alone time. She says it wasn't planned, and even if it was, don't you think you're overreacting? Me. I consider lying and emotional cheating more than an indiscretion. She's devastated, had to move in with Zoe. She's sleeping on a couch because you couldn't handle a simple conversation. I'm sorry she's uncomfortable, but that's not my responsibility anymore. Well, she still has her tea. Maybe when you cool down. She doesn't have access to this apartment anymore, Mrs. Henderson. The locks were changed the same day I found out. I got an email from Vanessa. I'd blocked her number. Subject line, what I'm owed. She demanded $1,800 for rent contributions. She never paid rent. $300 for her half of the TV, it was mine before she moved in, and $650 for emotional distress. I forwarded it to my buddy who's a lawyer. I also checked my credit card statements after noticing an unfamiliar decline charge. Called my bank and flagged potential fraudulent activity. Not once, in all the tearful pleas, angry texts, and family interventions, has Vanessa actually denied being romantically involved with Tyler. Update 2. 3 weeks later, things escalated further. Vanessa showed up at my office during a client meeting. When I came out, she was clutching a gift bag. Inside was a watch, a knockoff of the expensive one I'd mentioned wanting months ago. Me, where did you get the money for this? Does it matter? I wanted to show you I care. It matters if you're spending money on gifts when you're supposedly sleeping on Zoe's couch and demanding money from me. She switched tactics. I've been talking to people. What you did was illegal. You can't just throw someone out of their residence without notice. You weren't on the lease. You never established tenancy legally. My lawyer says, have them contact mine. I slid my attorney's business card across the table. After she left, things got dirty. 1, she contacted my biggest client, claiming to be my business partner, with concerns about recent service. Thankfully, they called me directly. 2, anonymous 1-star reviews appeared on my business pages. They began right after our breakup, and by now there were about a dozen. Reported them all with evidence they were retaliatory. 3, her brother Noah showed up at my apartment building. Big guy, former college wrestler. Security cameras caught him trying to get buzzed in, claiming he was there to get Vanessa's things. When denied, he paced outside for nearly an hour. My response to these escalations was strategic. Documented everything, sent professional emails to clients about a disgruntled ex-partner, filed complaints against fake reviews, provided security footage to building management. Then came the revelation that changed everything. Marina called about a marketing issue and mentioned, "By the way, those people you referred recently, they've actually been to our other locations before. They came in using different contact information this time. Looking at our system, they've booked couples packages at our partner locations at least 3 times in the last month. Last month, while we were still together. This wasn't a one-time mistake. I asked when their next appointment was. She checked and told me they were coming in that weekend. That Saturday, I had lunch at the cafe across from Luminous Spa. Sure enough, at 1 p.m., Vanessa and Tyler arrived together, holding hands. Took photos from a distance. I sent one photo to Vanessa. Still nothing? Still an overreaction? Enjoy your spa day." The backpedaling was immediate. I didn't respond to any of her texts. Instead, I sent the photos to everyone who had contacted me defending her. Zoe, Mia, Carol. FYI, this is what Vanessa claims was a one-time accidental meeting. The fallout was nuclear. Mia actually called to apologize. Even Zoe went silent. Only Carol doubled down. Well, you clearly weren't meeting her needs if she turned to someone else. The final nail came when Vanessa posted a couple's photo with Tyler on Instagram. Sometimes things fall apart so better things can fall together. New beginnings. Tagged location, Luminous Spa. Final update. 2 months later, Vanessa made one last desperate attempt to rewrite history. She showed up at my apartment building around 10 p.m., managed to get buzzed in, and knocked on my door. I kept the security chain on. She looked tired and disheveled. "Vanessa, can I please come in? Just to talk?" "No. Say what you need to say from there." "Vanessa, Tyler and I broke up. It was a huge mistake. He took advantage of me." "Me. That's unfortunate, but it doesn't change anything between us." "Don't you see? I made a mistake. Everyone deserves a second chance." She switched tactics when that didn't work. "Fine. Yes, we were seeing each other, but you were always working, always distant. What was I supposed to do? You were supposed to break up with me if you were unhappy. Not lie, not cheat." "We weren't technically cheating. We never slept together." She actually looked proud of this distinction. Me. "Goodbye, Vanessa." "Wait, I need money. I can't make rent at my new place, just a loan until I get back on my feet." "No. Please. $800, that's all. I'll pay you back." "Ask Tyler. We're not really broken up, okay? But we're fighting and he's being difficult about money." The next day, I received an email from a generic lawyer requesting $2,500 in compensation for personal belongings allegedly not returned. My attorney sent a formal response requesting an itemized list with proof of ownership. Never heard back. The final piece of the puzzle came when Marina called about our marketing work. "By the way, I had to ban your former referrals from the spa. Caught them trying to use a fraudulent credit card." When I asked for details, she explained that Vanessa and Tyler had been trying to use a credit card that kept getting declined. Mine. They claimed it was their friend's card who had given permission. This confirmed my suspicions from those declined charges I'd noticed weeks ago. Vanessa had either saved my credit card information or taken a photo of my card. Looking at my statements, there were at least a dozen declined attempts at spa locations and restaurants after our breakup. Thankfully, the fraud alert I'd set up prevented the charges. I immediately canceled that card, reported the fraud, and checked all my other accounts. I decided not to pursue legal action. The hassle wasn't worth it since no charges went through. As for me, life is surprisingly good. The business is thriving. Those fake reviews actually brought more attention once they were removed. I've renovated parts of the apartment, removing the last traces of Vanessa's decorating vision. Started boxing again, something she always complained took too much of my time. Last weekend, I finally met Marina in person at a business networking event. After working together remotely for months, we got talking and realized we have a lot in common. Nothing romantic yet, but a genuine friendship forming. The most satisfying part? I received a text from Zoe. "You were right about V. Sorry I didn't see it sooner." She tried the same credit card trick with me. Seems Vanessa's patterns extend beyond romantic relationships. I don't wish her ill. I just wish her away from me and anyone I care about. That's not bitterness, it's boundaries. So that's it. The story of how a spa photo ended a relationship but started a journey of self-respect. Sometimes the cleanest breaks heal the best.